Welcome to the channel back again. This is a new series on Off the Script where we'll talk about some filmmakers. अपना जो already जो एक series चल रहा था The Film Alchemy, we talked about films. But in this series we are going to talk about the filmmakers or the directors. क्योंकि in the world we live in, we don't give the credits to the directors, the filmmakers, the writers, the people who work hard behind that film. We give all the credits to the actors, but the main people who work behind the films are the filmmakers and the writers. So this is a special edition where we'll give the credits and we'll talk about the filmmakers or the writers. And this series will be called Masters of Lens and Pens. और आज की पहली वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे एक ऐसे ही जीनियस के बारे में जिनका नाम है स्टैनली क्यूब्रिक। अगर आप इस फिल्म मेकर के बारे में ज़्यादा नहीं जानते हैं तो इस वीडियो को पूरा देखना, बिकॉज यू आर गोना गेट अ लॉट अबाउट स्टैनली क्यूब्रिक। ही वॉज वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट फिल्म मेकर्स ऑफ अ टाइम, और उन्हीं के बारे में इस पूरी वीडियो में बात करेंगे। जिन्होंने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा है, सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल, वो जो लाल कलर का बटन है उसको दबा के ग्रे कर दो, बिकॉज यू आर गोना गेट अ लॉट ऑफ नॉलेजेबल वीडियोज अबाउट सिनेमा एंड फिल्म्स ऑन दिस चैनल। और उसी के साथ में वो नोटिफिकेशन बेल भी दबा दो, बिकॉज जैसे ही कोई नई वीडियो आएगी यू विल गेट द अपडेट फॉर द वीडियो। And without wasting much of our time, let's get into the video and into the life of Stanley Kubrick. Let's start with the first segment, early life and beginnings of Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick, born on the July 26, 1928. ब्रॉन्क्स के एक शहर जो न्यूयॉर्क में है उसमें उनका जन्म हुआ। बहुत ही यंग एज से ही स्टैनली क्यूब्रिक को फोटोग्राफी से काफ़ी ज़्यादा प्यार था। His fascination with the camera began when he received a gift from his father, a Graflex camera, and that would become his constant companion and the catalyst for his lifelong love affair with the visual storytelling. फिल्म मेकिंग के सेक्टर के अंदर स्टैनली क्यूब्रिक का पहला काम देखा गया at the age of 17 when he made a short documentary titled Day of the Fight, showcasing a day in the life of a professional boxer. This early endeavor was a testament to Kubrick's determination and his ability to transform ordinary subjects into extraordinary narratives. His cinematic journey had just only begun, and it was marked by a childhood curiosity that would evolve into a lifetime of a cinematic innovation. So this was Stanley Kubrick's early life and beginnings. Now let's see the career evolution of Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick's career can be likened to an intricate tapestry woven with threads of innovation, daring explorations and an unquenchable thirst for creative excellence. क्यूब्रिक के पहले काम को देखें तो वो थे पाथ्स ऑफ ग्लोरी, स्पार्टकस जैसी फिल्म्स, जहाँ से उनका प्यार दिखता था स्टोरी टेलिंग और अटेंशन टू डिटेल के अंदर। और ये सिर्फ स्टेपिंग स्टोन थी फॉर अ रिमार्केबल फ्यूचर, शोकेसिंग हिज एबिलिटी टू नेविगेट डाइवर्स जॉनर्स विद ईज। बट टाइम बदला 1960 के अंदर when Kubrick made Dr. Strangelove और How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb। ये एक जॉनर डिफाइनिंग सटायर था जिसने न्यूक्लियर पैरानॉय कोल्ड वॉर के टाइम पर जो हुआ उसको दर्शाता था। यहाँ पर क्यूब्रिक की स्टोरी टेलिंग एबिलिटी का काफ़ी ज़्यादा अच्छा ब्लेंड देखने को मिला विद डार्क ह्यूमर, विद द बाइटिंग सोशल कॉमेंट्री, अ स्टाइल दैट वुड बिकम a synonymous with his name. Then came 2001, A Space Odyssey, एक cinematic symphony that redefined science fiction. उसके जो ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग इफेक्ट्स थे, स्टोरी टेलिंग का जो तरीका था और प्रोफाउंड एक्सप्लोरेशन था ह्यूमन एवोल्यूशन का, उसने अलग स्टैंडर्ड सेट कर दिए थे उस जॉनर के लिए। क्यूब्रिक का जो कमिटमेंट था स्टोरी टेलिंग के लिए, दैट वाज अ फुल डिस्प्ले फॉर इट as he ventured into the uncharted waters of space and human consciousness. 1970 के अंदर Kubrick continued to push boundaries. A Clockwork Orange. It was a dark masterpiece that explored the darkest corners of human psyche. वो कंट्रोवर्शियल फिल्म थी जिसने काफ़ी डिस्कशंस उठाए एथिक्स ऑफ बिहेवियर मॉडिफिकेशन एंड फ्री विल के बारे में। फिर आई 1980 के अंदर द शाइनिंग, स्टीफन किंग की नॉवेल का एक एडाप्टेशन, नॉट जस्ट एन एडाप्टेशन, अ चिलिंग एडाप्टेशन। उस फिल्म का जो हॉन्टिंग एटमॉस्फेयर था ना, और जैक निकल्सन का जो परफॉर्मेंस था, अनफॉरगेटेबल परफॉर्मेंस था, इट एडेड अ लेयर टू क्यूब्रिक्स वर्क, अ मास्टरी ऑफ साइकोलॉजिकल हॉरर। क्यूब्रिक्स फुल मेटल जैकेट, set against the backdrop of the Vietnam War, offered a harrowing portrayal of the dehumanizing effect of combat. In the late 80s and the 90s, Kubrick ventured into the new territory with Eyes Wide Shut, a provocative exploration of sexuality and desire. It was a testament to his willingness to tackle taboo subjects with artistic finesse. हर क्यूब्रिक की फिल्म वॉज अ स्टेपिंग स्टोन, एक नया चैप्टर उनकी बुक ऑफ सिनेमा के अंदर. उनका इवोल्यूशन एज अ फिल्म मेकर वॉज लाइक अ परस्यूट ऑफ एक्सीलेंस, a willingness to experiment, and a dedication to storytelling that knew no boundaries. In a career spanning 5 decades, Kubrick redefined genres, challenged norms, and left an indelible mark on the cinematic landscape. An evolution that continues to inspire filmmakers and cinephiles alike. Now let's get into our next segment, which is the iconic collaborations. Kubrick's cinematic journey was enriched by legendary collaborations with esteemed actors, a testament to his directorial prowess. His partnership with Jake Nicholson, as I mentioned before, in The Shining, forged a character, Jack Torrance, whose menacing presence continues to haunt our collective psyche. Similarly, his collaboration with Malcolm McDowell in A Clockwork Orange created the unforgettable anti-hero, Alex DeLarge, a character that lingers as a complex symbol of societal disintegration. This was some collaborations that Stanley Kubrick had with his movies. Now let's get into our next segment, which is the visual style. This is like one of the most important parts. Stanley Kubrick's cinematic canvas are masterpieces, each frame a work of art, and every shot a carefully crafted narrative. उनका जो visual signature था, जो कि characters के through देते थे वो, was like an innovative use of one-point perspective, breathtakingly symmetrical compositions, and an exquisite command over lighting, colors. Kubrick की जो films थी ना वो visual feast थी. They were like an orchestra of aesthetics that elevate storytelling to different levels. So this was the speciality of Stanley Kubrick as a visual symphony. Now let's take a look in the music and soundtracks. अगर आप पूछेंगे ये क्यों है इसके अंदर, because Kubrick का जो सिनेमा था, उसका जो यूनिवर्स था, म्यूजिक उसके अंदर सिर्फ एक कंपेनियन नहीं था, it was a character, a dynamic force that adds depth, emotions, and resonance to his narratives. The hauntingly brilliant use of classical compositions such as Also Sprach Zarathustra in 2001 Space Odyssey further cements his legacy as a filmmaker with profound understanding of the auditory dimension of storytelling. This was Stanley Kubrick's taste of music. Now let's get into our next segment, which is the impact on cinema. Stanley Kubrick's impact on the cinema, or the influence on cinema, transcends generations and genres. A fact echoed by contemporary filmmakers like Christopher Nolan and David Fincher, who readily acknowledge his unparalleled impact. बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज में क्रिस्टोफर नोलन और डेविड फिंचर ने उनके बारे में बात करी है. His legacy is woven into DNAs of every filmmaker who aspires to transcend the ordinary, to challenge conventions, and to uphold the pursuit of cinematic excellence. Stanley Kubrick's impact on cinema is akin to the seismic shift, a tectonic transformation that has forever altered the landscape of filmmaking. उनकी legacy सिर्फ उनके timeless classics से नहीं रही है. It reverberates through generations of filmmakers, scholars, and artists. Kubrick was a pioneer, not just in storytelling but also in technological innovations. His films often left audiences with questions, inviting them to ponder the deeper meanings and interpretations. Kubrick's work was like a master of visual storytelling. His ability to convey complex ideas and emotions through visual composition and symbolism is a lesson in cinematic artistry. His unparalleled ability to immerse audiences in his cinematic worlds was amazing. His attention to details, set designs, and cinematography created environments that felt as real as a world outside the theaters. Stanley Kubrick's influence on cinema is not limited to his time but extends into the future, shaping the way filmmakers approach their craft and inspiring new generations to explore the boundless possibilities of storytelling through the lens of camera. In the annals of cinematic history, Stanley Kubrick's name stands as a beacon of creative brilliance. His films continue to inspire, provoke, and mesmerize audiences across the globe. As we draw the curtains on this tribute to the iconic filmmaker, let us remember that Stanley Kubrick wasn't merely a director. He was a maestro and a storyteller whose indomitable spirit has inevitably shaped the landscape of cinema. अगर आपने वीडियो एंड तक देखा है, if you stayed till the end, don't forget to like the video. Comment about Stanley Kubrick. What do you know about Stanley Kubrick and what are your favorite works about Stanley Kubrick? अगर आपको कुछ भी informational और educational लगा हो इस वीडियो से, as I said, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more film related content like this. तो इसी के साथ इस वीडियो को यहीं वाइंड अप करते हैं. थैंक यू गाइस फॉर वॉचिंग. थैंक यू फॉर स्टेइंग टिल द एंड. लव यू ऑल. बाय बाय.